I did spend only $6.77 a day, all plant-based, nearly 100% organic and whole foods. I am using the same exact ingredients from last week, but I'm making 5 new recipes out of those ingredients. Just kidding, it's only 4 new recipes. One of them is the same as last week, but all of these recipes make up a full day of eating. So if you haven't seen my last video, you have to go check that out. I put a link down below in the description for you. If you go through this video and you don't watch that video, you might be like, I don't understand why this is a budget video. She didn't talk about money. She didn't talk about how much she paid for all of her groceries. And that's because it's in the last video. So you gotta go check it out. Link down below in the description. Okay? If you like this video, hit the thumbs up down below to let me know that you like this video and want to see more like it. And if this is your first time watching, you can hit the subscribe button also down below, and then hit that little notification bell, and that will notify you of whenever I post a new video. And if you're not following me on Snapchat and Instagram, well, you can. I'm gonna put my names right here. I'm gonna show you the nutritional facts first, then run through the recipes. You can eat these in any order you want. You don't even have to make these recipes. This is all about me just giving you some ideas, and then you can do whatever you want with it. You do you. Let's jump in. Here are all the nutritional facts for every single day, eating the same ingredients based on the amounts that I specified in the last video. So we're getting a lot of nutrients from the whole foods, but the LIVfit powder and the soy milk have fortified ingredients, helping to meet all of our nutrient needs in these first 2 weeks because we're budgeting, buying in bulk, and building a pantry full of good ingredients slowly over time. So these are what will help fill in any nutritional gaps for the time being, since the variety of foods is fairly limited. But we're hitting pretty much every nutritional need. It's just a little bit under in iron, but that's okay for now. That will change as the weeks go on. Again, I'm making about 4 days worth of rice at a time, and then instead of making potato fries this week, I'm gonna be making baked potatoes. I cut 2 of the biggest potatoes in half so that I can get about 7 days worth of potatoes out of this. Then I'm going to slice the potato down the center. If you prefer the stabbing it with a fork method, you can go ahead and do that. And then I'm just popping it in the oven at 350 degrees for about an hour and 15 minutes. And when it's done, just stab it with a fork again and just test it out. Make sure that it's nice and soft and good to go. And then once they've cooled down, I'll put them in a tray and cover them and then put them in the fridge. Now for the first recipe for breakfast or whatever order you want to eat this in, remember, you do you. This is like a rice apple pudding. I'm putting a frozen banana in the pot, some LIVfit protein powder, rice, some diced apples, and water. And then putting that on the stove for about 10 minutes over medium. And once it's done cooking, then I'll top it off with some soy milk and add in a scoop or 2 of peanut butter. I have a lot of spices in my pantry, so I like to add some cinnamon to this. Hopefully you already have some cinnamon. It's pretty much a staple in everyone's kitchen, I feel like. So that's not part of the budget plan, but if you've got some on hand, go ahead and add some cinnamon to this. This honestly could serve as 2 servings. I could easily just split it in half and then save the other half for later. And then next up, this is like a sorbet. It is amazing. So I'm gonna add, again, frozen banana, frozen cherries, and some soy milk. And then all I'm doing is blending this up until it's nice and creamy in my little magic bullet blender. This is probably my favorite thing. I love, 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 love fruit. It is my favorite food category. I could eat fruit all day long. It is so good. And then again, I'm having some apples and peanut butter. Remember, all of the recipes for this week will be down below in the description. I'm going to prep some black beans, rice, hummus, mix this all together, mash it nice and good. Then I'm going to add the frozen mixed greens, mash it all really well together, and then put it on a pan. And I'm just gonna fry these. I fried them for like 7 to 8 minutes each side over medium, and then I smashed them all, and I basically just cooked them till it was nice and crispy. And then I reheated one of my sweet potatoes, and you could do this in the oven, the microwave, the stovetop, whatever you want to do. Then topped on my beans and rice, and then added some more hummus back on top, and yum. And then for the last recipe, this might seem really weird, but it's so good. So I just took frozen blueberries and added soy milk. Easiest recipe of your life. It's basically like cereal. Honestly, when the soy milk freezes, it just tastes like ice cream and fresh fruit to me. You may hate this recipe, but I personally have been loving it recently. Here is what we have in our pantry. We have pretty much a really full bag of rice, the LIVfit protein powder, we have half of that left, and then a full container of peanut butter. This is just the start of building my pantry. I will see you next Thursday for the next budget meal prep video.